Good morning, everyone. I'm Kristen Sorth, and I'm the Director and CEO of the St. Louis County Library District. I want to welcome you to the beautiful Florissant Valley branch. This branch is always bustling with patrons checking out books, attending fabulous programs for all ages, using the public computers or free Wi-Fi, and bringing their kids to the amazing Discovery Zone, which is a true destination place for families in North County. Florissant Valley also provides so many resources for the community, including after-school and summer meals for kids, as well as diapers and period supplies. The branch is also the first home of the Tappan Center, which is now also offered at the Lewis and Clark branch. St. Louis County Library has been offering services for the justice involved for several years. Employees visit the St. Louis County Juvenile Detention Center offering book discussion programs. The library's reference by mail service answers informational requests from correctional facilities all over Missouri. In 2022, librarians answered over 4,400 letters from 18 Missouri correctional facilities. St. Louis County Library also provides books and virtual programs for those in custody at the St. Louis County Justice Center, as well as library cards and information about library services upon release. And finally, the St. Louis County Library is launching a new program for individuals with previous state or federal convictions to learn the basics for starting and running a business. The Small Business Launchpad is a free 6-month program where formerly incarcerated individuals will develop skills through expert-led presentations and workshops. When we were asked in 2020 to be part of a new justice initiative known as the Tappan Center, we immediately said yes. In a moment, Dr. Page will share details and successes of the center. Libraries are a center of community. They are also a trusted space where people feel comfortable and visit regularly for assistance from kind and community-focused employees. It is the perfect place to host such an incredible community partnership. Now it's my honor to introduce St. Louis County Executive Dr. Sam Page.
Well, good morning, and thank you, Kristen. It's great to be here in the Florissant Valley Library branch. We're here to highlight the Tappan Center, one-of-a-kind partnership that helps folks handle legal matters, address outstanding warrants, and connect with much-needed services in our community. With me today are Miranda Gibbs, Director of the Tappan Center, and Will Newsom, Operations Manager for the Bail Project here in St. Louis. After Michael Brown's death, our community heard the calls for reform and made a commitment to make significant, sustainable changes in St. Louis. We knew that we needed to find ways to keep more people out of jail and to address the overrepresentation of people with color in our jail population. We recognize the challenges that people have and challenges that they face getting to court, keeping their court date, and other pretrial conditions. This may be due to problems with transportation, with problems with access to an attorney, or having to take time off to attend court hearings. And during the pandemic, technology also added to the challenges of keeping your appointment with court. The St. Louis County Department of Justice Services has worked with our partners, including the St. Louis County Library and the Bail Project, to get this Tap-In Center started in September of 2020. The Tap-In Center is held here in the Florissant Valley Library branch every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. and the first Tuesday of the month from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Lewis and Clark branch. When people visit the Tap-In Center, they get immediate access to an attorney, free of charge, and the most common issue that the Tap-In Center deals with are resolving bench warrants for failure to appear in court. Since its start, the program has helped nearly 800 people, and 86% of the clients who have a warrant recalled never appear again in St. Louis County Jail. This program is saving lives, changing lives, and injecting much needed humanity into our criminal justice system. One person who visited the Tap-In Center said this: "It kept me out of jail. It allowed me to continue to work, to stay in treatment, and mainly stay out of the system. Once you get in the system, it's hard to get out." Initiatives like this save taxpayer money, reduce the chances of reoffending, and protect defendants from losing wages or being separated from their families and children. So thank you to the MacArthur Foundation for funding this vital community program, and to our St. Louis County Library System for providing the space. In addition to the library, I want to thank our other partners who made this program successful, including the Bell Project here in St. Louis, the St. Louis County Department of Justice Services, the Prosecuting Attorney's Office, the Missouri State Public Defender's Office, and the University of Missouri St. Louis. With the help of these partners, the Tap-In Center clients can get back into good standing with courts and experience a justice system that works for them and with them. The Tap-In Center is part of our comprehensive approach to criminal justice reform and is part of the MacArthur Foundation's Safety and Justice Challenge. Prior to joining the challenge, our jail population was near or over capacity for more than a decade. And since becoming a member of the challenge 7 years ago and instituting some of these strategies, our jail population has decreased by 35%. The Safety and Justice Challenge was how stakeholders from across the system came together with the goal of making bold, systemic justice system reforms. We advanced several strategies to rethink and redesign our criminal justice system so that it's more fair, and it's more just, and it's more equitable for everyone. Those strategies include a population review team that meets every week with members from the Prosecuting Attorney's Office, from our courts, from probation and parole, and from Justice Services to review each case of a low-level felony to determine a possible release strategy. It's through cooperation and collaboration that we make sustainable change, and I appreciate the commitment and the passion of all of our partners in criminal justice system reform efforts. And this time, I'd like to turn the program over to Will Newsom, the manager of the Bell Project here in St. Louis, to talk about the impact of the Tap-In Project.
Well, actually, I won't reiterate a lot of what he just said. So sometimes when you have multiple people speaking about things, you hear some of the same information, so I won't repeat a lot of it. Again, my name is Will Newsom. I'm the operations manager here in St. Louis County for the Bell Project, and working in partnership with Miranda at the Tap-In Center is one of the key parts of the work that I'm supposed to do here and that I'm truly proud of. For those of you who are not familiar with our organization, the Bell Project is a national nonprofit that provides free bail assistance and pretrial support to thousands of low-income people every year. While advancing policy change at the local, state, and national level, our organization combats mass incarceration by eliminating reliance on cash bail and demonstrating that a more humane, equitable, and effective pretrial system is possible. We've been a proud partner of the Tap-In Center since it first started in 2020. We're so grateful that this initial idea received support from community partners, the St. Louis County Library, St. Louis County Prosecutor Attorney's Office, and the Missouri State Public Defender's Office located in St. Louis County, as well as the MacArthur Safety and Justice Challenge, including specifically Miranda Gibson, who is here with us this morning. Initially, let me say this to you. The Tap-In Center is not just a great idea, but a beautiful idea. When you witness someone come in with the anxiety of having warrants, I myself had that actually happen to me in my past. I didn't have the resources such as the Tap-In Center. I literally roamed around with the anxiety of not knowing when that I would be arrested, not totally understanding the legal process, so they did not understand that I didn't need an attorney. But once I heard I had a court date, my mind state said I needed an attorney, right? But when you witness someone come into the Tap-In Center with the anxiety of, hey, I just went and applied for a job and they just told me that I have a warrant and I don't know what to do, and they struggle with that. But then they come into this, a safe place. Sometimes we see them roam around the parking lot to make sure that they're not going to be arrested. But once they come in here and realize that they can get their warrant recalled and then leave here, you can actually see that stress level relieved from these people, that they know they don't have to leave their family and lose their jobs or not be able to gain this employment. One of the things that the Tap In Center offers is through our program is those supportive services. These are voluntary services. So what they receive from us is court reminders, lift rides to court, and in certain situations they also receive temporary housing, employment assistance, help with mental health connections, as well as substance use issues as well. On top of those things, a lot of the clients that come in may not have a phone. We provide them phones, and we'll cover the cost of that phone the entirety of their case. So working with the Tap In Center with Miranda, when I tell you this is a beautiful work, this is work that should be adopted in every city and county, because again, as Sam Page said, this can actually help clear the books, right? St. Louis County and Bail Project, we've released almost 2,100 people we paid bail for in St. Louis County alone, right, since we come here in 2018. Now, out of that, 90% of our clients return to court with no money on the line. Out of that 90%, 46% of those people literally have their cases dismissed. Imagine that. That means 1 in 2 cases of our clients literally would have sat in jail because they did not have the money to make bail, who would ultimately have their cases dismissed. Pretrial incarceration is a big thing. Sometimes every day you have people sitting in St. Louis County that just sitting there because they cannot afford to make bail. The Tap In Center can alleviate that. If you don't understand the numbers that are here, if I'm not mistaken, we're around 780 people. That is 780 warrants that the police officers did not have to go serve. That is 780 people that did not have to get processed into St. Louis County Jail. That is 780 people that literally didn't lose their jobs, didn't lose finances, were not separated from their families. So when I say that this initiative should be adopted in every jurisdiction where there is an opportunity for pretrial incarceration, if it's not shown to you, the numbers do not lie. The data stands up for what the Tap In Center does. Thank you.
Thanks, Will. And thanks, Miranda, for being with us here today, too. And we'd be glad to answer any questions. Anyone?
There's been some back and forth in Jefferson City about funding for libraries. Would that decision impact this at all, or is this already funded?
This is funded through a grant with the MacArthur Foundation. We certainly wouldn't want to see any stress on the library system because they provide us the space. We're lucky to have a strong and vibrant library system in St. Louis County that's supported through our tax revenue here locally. But this program will continue.
Is this in, I think you may have mentioned this, but is this in all St. Louis County libraries or just several locations?
The Tap In Center is here at this location on every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. and the Lewis and Clark location on the first Tuesday of the month from 6 to 8 p.m.
Is there any thought about maybe expanding it to more branches of the library? Would that require more money to do that?
Well, an expansion would require more money. We think we have the data to demonstrate value, and we'll talk about the volume of the people served. But I think that's a good idea. Any questions? Okay, thanks for coming out.
Thanks, Will. You did great stuff, man.